Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have finished my cover for the little inserted booklet that'll slide into there. I've gone ahead and just added that one little tag there. I thought the little bird was pretty cute to greet Edie as she opened the book. So I just want to pop a few other little elements through the pages. I don't want to go too crazy. It's just a little scribble notebook. But I thought this little blue bird came to mind that I could attach that there, and that would create like a little flip out. So let's do that. Let's just glue that there. Just to add a pop of nature. It's a good spot for a pretty little bird. Okay, what else can we add to this little notebook to make it cute? Can't get too crazy because it'll get thick. Maybe there was a flower. I really like that, but it might be too big and not have a good spot to sit. Maybe I just pop it on the back cover there. It's just a little feature. Sort of feel like it might be okay. What else have we got? Nope. A little bit of green. Yeah, I like that. Just as a little, the stitching around it. I sort of like that whimsicalness of it. We add a tab. How thick are we getting? Let's get the glue covered. I add another tab. I don't want to put pressure on that. Even though it's stitched in, it's not too bad. Yeah, see, it's getting a little bit thick. We haven't even added tabs and tucks and things in that other. So maybe not. What have we got? What else have we got? Not very exciting. Just nothing jumping out at me. I do like that. Thinking I'm going to use this, and I might create a little hinge out of some scrap paper that'll go down that side, and then it can be a little flip out on the back. Let's see how we go. I don't think that'll add too much weight. Not weight, thickness is the word I'm looking for. Like so, and then that can go like so. Yeah, I think that will be cute. And I might get my stencil when we go back through the journal and do some stenciling. We'll put a little bit of stenciling down that side. Okay, happy with that. At least it's a little pop of colour, and I just felt like that image needed to be in the journal. Yeah, that's good. And if I do a little bit of stenciling there, that'll disguise all that white a little bit. Just do a little bit of inking there just to knock back that bright white. So we could do with some collaging or something through there. So what have we got? Nothing. Nothing small. I might have to just grab out some fussy cut elements. I'd love to put a tag in there, but I just can't get it too thick. Let's have a look at the flowers. Maybe there's something that could go through here. It'd be pretty. Nothing jumping out at me. Let's have a look through these flowers. I do like a bit of yellow. Yeah, I'm going to put that little guy there. Just a pop of something as she flips through her little notebook. Don't overthink it, Corrine. Just pop it down. Just pop it down. And maybe some little pansies. Could be the little tab that side. Maybe just some little pansies in there and we fold that over that way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pop those pansies in there. How cute. It'll pick up on the yellow on the previous page. I can just be peeking out from that little tab. I'd love to lace that side, trim it with fabric, but we've got to be really careful that, you know, we don't. Maybe I'll fold that inside. Yeah, I like that. I like how they both open. I wonder. No. It gets too thick. I was going to do a little... Oh, I could do it, hey. I'm going to tear... I've had an idea. I'm going to tear that edge off. Like that. And I can actually tear a fraction more off. Yeah, let's tear a little bit more off. We're going to make a secret little pocket. So that will tuck in under there. So we need something cute and little to create the little tab. Admit one. Oh, and it's got a pansy on it. I wonder if that will work. Can I get enough of it glued down? Yeah, if I take a little bit more off that. Yeah. Now, I just need to back this a little bit so that it's got a little bit more rigidity to it. So I'm just put some glue on the back of that little admit one ticket. How cute. Admit one little girl. So that'll give it a little bit more strength. I hope she's got enough dexterity in her little fingers. She should do. Yeah, she should do. You know, sometimes kids, when they're young, they just don't have that fine motor skill to get little things like this open, but I think she'll be fine. Now, what I might do is that will go there like that, and then that can slide under. So let's put some glue that side. And I might even get on the sewing machine and just run a little stitch down there just to give it that bit extra strength. It should be okay, but you don't want it coming apart. It is tricky for adult fingers, let alone a little person's fingers, but what I'll do is I'll run a zigzag stitch just down that edge, and that will, you know, just make sure it's nice and strong. So we've got a secret little fold out in there. That's cute. It's a little interactive area. I'll try not to fiddle with it too much. I might even take that out for now, just to allow that glue. And then I'll stitch down there, and then we'll have the center of our little secret spot. So that's cute. So what can we do here? Got another flower, maybe a bird. Let's have a look at the little birds. Have to be something we could do. I really like birds that sit on sticks with some leaves. For those of you creators out there, I really like birds that sit on sticks. It sort of gives my bird somewhere to be. You know, it's like his tail. I'm thinking I'm going to do that little guy there. Oops, now all my birds have fallen out of my ephemera. There's definitely no flowers there that caught my eye. So let's just maybe trim this little birdie a bit. I don't have my little fussy cut scissors here, so this will be a challenge. Get a little bit more of that white out, then we'll ink it so that it disappears into the background. Because this is a bit of a challenge with these big nosed scissors. My little fussy cut scissors are also my thread snipping scissors, and I've got some slow stitch sitting in the next room on the couch, and that's where my little scissors are. But I think we've pulled it off. So I'm just going to pop some glue. I think I needed to take a little bit off his tail, didn't I? So the little guy, if I can get his beak and that edge right up there. Oh no, he'll fit. Cool. Let's get some glue onto him without ripping any of him apart with my vigorous gluing. It's looking good. Sorry you can't see, but I just want to keep my space here free because I just feel like I get cluttered sometimes. So if I got my glue book out of the scene, I'm sure you'll understand that it's not really exciting anyway. So yeah, there we go. Now I've got a lot of white showing there. Just squeezed him in. Lovely. So let's get my ink and we'll just give him a little bit of a colouring to help disguise the fact that he's got so much white there. Okay. I'd love to put some fibres there, but we can't. Oh, how gorgeous. We've got a little flower thing happening. We'll stitch that so that becomes a little closure that's nice and strong. That little piece there is sitting up and is going to catch. So I'm just going to trim that back a little bit. It's going to catch anything that comes in there. So I'm just going to That's better. That'll be good. So we need something over here. Have we got enough happening? We've got to give her room to play. Maybe something there. Where's those flowers again? Can't hurt to pop another flower in. Little rose. Yeah, let's put a rose there. And we might just go back through and pop a few blank labels so that she can write titles for a page. Just a few. So hard to refrain from too much decorating because it's sort of, I'll try and get that leaf under and over. Just like that. That's better. Maybe we put one up there. So she could put a date or a topic. Just a little something. Okay. Put that up there. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this little notebook. Something there, maybe. Yeah, what the hang? What the hang? Let's not be stingy on the labels. Let's give this little girl something to scribble on. No, it has to stop, I think, because like we keep adding pieces of paper too. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? So, little notebook with some little goodies in there. I wonder if I've got to... Oh, look at those ladies. Let's add them somewhere. I'm going to use two little labels that are identical to create a little tab at the top of that. I just feel like it needs a little something to show that you grab it and you fold it out. So I'm just going to trim that down. Left it a little bit bigger than the outline of the artwork because every bit extra helps. Now I might fold it in half. That way I know that when I cut it, they are identical. Now I'm going to cut it. And we're going to glue those back to back. But before we do, we're going to add them to the top of this little flip out, just as a little tab. Whoops. And so that they're up the right way. We've had to split them and yeah, I might add them there. Little flip out. Oh, I can't stop. Where does it stop? I'll have a quick flip through. Maybe there's a better spot for some little ladies. That's a bit dull. Let's do, oh goodness, it doesn't stop. Let's do another little flip here. I guess if we get to the point where it's just too chunky, we'll find a pocket for it. Journals, you know, that's the beauty of them, because if it just feels like it's going to be a little bit too much for that spot, you've got other spots you can go to. It doesn't have to be, you know. Okay. Let's just add that to there. And it's just a little pretty lady. I guess doing these little things as well, it just shows Edie that if she has a pretty picture that she likes from something that she's either drawn or she has spotted in a magazine, this just gives her, you know, an idea that she can add a hinge, and she's got herself a little image inside. Oh, it's so cute. I feel like it's quite chunky, but oh goodness sakes, it's in for now, but it may find another home, so we'll see about that. Now we've got some beads there. What else can we do? This looks like a good spot for a journal card to be added. Maybe a little one. What have we got? We really could do with a little pocket too, to put that in. Or do we paper clip it? We might paper clip it actually. Let's put it up on a page like so. Then that gives us another spot to put some fibres. A little paper clip there. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. That is so pretty. Okay. My phone is texting in. I think I've mentioned prior that my father has decided to potentially put the farm on the market and look at semi-retiring. Like, we're talking the ripe age of 75 in February. Well, we've done that. We've listed the property, and within 1 week we had an offer. But it's, yeah, a little bit of a cheeky offer. But it's a start, and that's the age. And we said no last night. It was subject to not only selling these people's property, it was also subject to finance. So anyway, the long story short of it, my phone is buzzing here. I'm going to turn that back just to have that colour pop onto here. Yeah, my phone is buzzing there, and it looks like they want to know if we will countersign, so at least, you know, the deal could still potentially happen. So yes, I don't think we will. I think Dad is really probably hesitant on selling, so it's going to have to be the right money. And where we want to rebuy for him, he's going to need every coin he can get. And what he has to sell is something quite special. It's a working small crops farm close to a country town. Like, it's beautiful. So we don't want to, you know, undersell what we have. I don't want Dad to feel like he's lost something, even though he's going to be losing something too. It's really tricky when you're in this type of scenario. Really is tricky. So, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. But it looks like the agent is texting to see if we would at least countersign. I'm just putting it on silent because, yeah, we don't need that buzzing in our ear. So where are we at? We've got an envelope, we've got a little tab, we've got a little notebook, we've got a little journal card. I just... What else have we got? That flips out, that's sweet. Probably could do with a bit of textiles here and there. I've got this doily edge that I grabbed and just threw towards this project because I thought it had potential too. Yeah, I might put that in there. I'll just glue it down at the moment, but I will come back through my sewing machine and just catch it just a little bit. That can be a gorgeous little tab there. It'll catch. Now, let's go back through and see if there's some other spots that these little crocheted elements could be added. And I'm thinking along the lines of a little something on that tab. Just a pop of something. You know, adding that bit of continuity. Okay, yeah, I like that. Just a little something, little cute piece of fabric. Might just put a little bit of glue in there just to help that grip down there. Don't worry about that one. What can we do down this side here? I feel like we need at least something decorative. Let's put our scraps out to play. And I think I'm going to put a little decorative edge on there. I'm going to rip that down. And I'm going to just tuck it in, I think, a bit smaller than the page edge. Or do I? No, I'll do it smaller than the page edge. We'll fold it in half, and then that is going to just go onto that edge, just to give it a little pop of colour, like so. Yeah, I like that. Now we could also come back through, if I could find a small lace or something, we could come back through and add a little lace, but we'll see how we go. Oops, sorry guys. Smash, bang, crash. I need my glue book a little closer. Oh goodness, look, I've got crocheted bits on the end of my glue. That'll be real pleasant when you're trying to glue paper down. Oh, now I've got a hang of a mess. Goodness me. Oh well, what does it matter? Sticky fingers. Let's get plenty of glue onto this little element. That's a really easy way for Edie to embellish pages too. Like, she's not going to have access to a sewing machine, so that I've sort of got to be a little bit careful that we don't make it overwhelmingly too hard. Because you don't want to scare them off. Their first taste of junk journaling, collaging and journaling, and we go and just make it too hard. I'm thinking I'm going to add another one of these little lace doily elements up here, just to give that fingers something to grip onto as they turn that page. I think that would be cute. Okay, I wonder if I could put a little label there. It would be hard to write on, so let's have a look at, oh, sorry guys, bumped the camera. Let's have a look at maybe a saying, because it'll be too tricky to write on there, but if we can find some wise words, that would just finish that off. Oh, that's heavy. Motivate yourself. Don't listen to those people who only see your mistakes. If you had one wish, what would it be? Oh, that's a good one. Let's do that one, because that might inspire her to maybe write something about wishes. I like that. I like it. So let's see if that fits nicely in the center there. Yeah. Oh, love it. If you had one wish, what would it be? Let's see. Let's get a bit of glue onto that. Pop that through there. Lovely. I sort of feel like I've got enough textiles on it, so maybe we pop a few butterflies around. I'm really enjoying these particular butterflies. Could we use the butterfly as a tab? Why not, I say? Why not? Let's do it. I might just have to, I'm gonna, before I cut it out, I'm going to glue it to some paper just to give it a bit of strength. Let's see what scraps we got here we can use, so that it's double-sided, ready to go. It's got a little bit of rigidity to it. Let's just glue that onto there. Can't hurt. Now we'll just fussy cut it out with massive scissors that aren't designed for fussy cutting. I still haven't got those scissors, so it's just a bit too far to jump up and go and grab them. But anyway, we will survive, because it's not a finicky little butterfly, so. Okay, now I like to have, isn't that pretty? How do we do it? No, that doesn't look normal. That looks cute. I do like my little threads to be there, and I don't think I have threads kicking around. Just going to my sewing machine, guys. Won't be a moment. Grabbing some butterfly antennae, like so. I'm going to just take that little nip out there. Okay. Bit of glue on the wing. That can just grab on there. Grabbing the head. How cute. Now I might just put a bit of art glitter glue in behind there just for that extra strength, because we know that it's pretty solid little glue, that one. We'll leave the antennae quite long so they're dangling around. That's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's have another flip through, see what we think. Yeah, so we can pop into that envelope at the end some goodies too that Edie can use to decorate. Just going to have a look in this ephemera booklet, see if there's something I can pop down there. Yep, little flower. Now, I might pause the video, guys, because my husband's come into the room and we're sort of getting ready to have a bit of breakfast. And I've got a few little chores to do today for my business, for my work. So I might pause this and come back and then we'll carry on. Otherwise, another half an hour will go so quickly, but my husband, meanwhile, will be thinking, are we ever going to have some breakfast? So we'll leave it at that. I'll just stop the video and I'll come back and finish a little bit more with it. So we will talk soon. Won't be long. Bye, guys. I'm back now. I jumped on the sewing machine and I went back to the little secret spot here and just run a zigzag stitch down there. Then I started looking at all the other pages and I ended up going from the beginning back through and just popping some zigzag like down the side of that bird. So when it flips out, we've got this little detail here. I then got carried away and did a little bit of a zigzag there. Down here, down the back of these ladies. What else did I do? I did a little bit down here and a little bit across there. So just sort of dragged that element of the zigzag through the little journal. So I'm happy with that. Now in here, before I come back into the room, I went down to my laundry because Edie's grandmother picked up some doilies for me at the local thrift store, and her friend had a big clean out of her craft room. So I grabbed from the girls this big bag of lace and bits and pieces, heap of doilies and just random lace. So I've nappy sanded all, smells beautiful now, and it's all clean, ready to go. So I just went and picked up a couple elements off of the drying area and thought I'll bring them back. It's got a little staple in it. I'll bring them back into the craft room and we can use some of these bits and pieces to pop through Edie's journal. I think some lace is from her grandmother's stash, but most of it came from a lady that is a friend who's a crafter, and she's no longer crafting. So the girls popped it all in a little box for myself. So it would be nice to use some of these pieces. I can't get that staple out. Come on, out you come. There we go. So the first thing I did was glued a piece down here. I do need to touch it with the iron because it's just curling a little bit. It will flatten in the journal, but I'll just add a little bit of heat there at the end just to make these laces sort of sit. So the little envelope now has that little detail on it, which I'm really happy with. So what else can we do? Lace is good to put on paper clips. So let's grab a little piece and I'm going to use it on the top of this paper clip, because that will give Edie some little pieces that she can remove from the paper clip potentially and use in her journal. So let's find the 2 paper clips we've done so far. And it's a little bit long. I didn't need it as long as that, so I might just bring that down a little bit and try that again. This paper clip was holding the little notebook. Oh, those dogs. There's courier drivers in the street and they're just woofing and carrying on like gooses. That's Pepper. Bandit woofs when he's happy and playing. Pepper woofs when there's something concerning happening in the street. Bandit's sort of still oblivious to the security element, that of which he probably should be very conscious of. But Pepper's right on. She hears something. Once the dog's in the street, oh, trust me, tell her she is onto the game. Let's just put that there. Doesn't need to be as hard as it is. Okay, and there's the other little paper clip. Might be just enough to do this one as well. Out of the scrap. Okay. All right. Tuck that little guy there. And I might even... So I needed to stitch down there. So I haven't done too much stitching in this journal, but we can always come back through. Yeah, I'm happy with the way this is coming together. We've got some little writing spots and some little flip outs. We've got a little page edge there. We might find something gorgeous to go there. We have a look through the flowers. I like that. It's got a little bit of height to it. Oh, I should have grabbed my scissors, shouldn't I? For fussy cutting, but anyway. This will do. We might put a bit of lace behind this flower. That'd be fun. Because in those little scrappy bits that I grabbed, there is a wide piece. So we might see if we can glue a bit of background lace on. Oh, it's not the easiest to fussy cut. Big scissors. There we go. Let's get a little bit of ink on there now, because if there's lace under it, we don't want to be making the lace look dirty. So what did I grab? I grabbed, it looks like it's a bit of curtain. I wonder if we can add that. I like that. It's pretty. Just chop that. Let's put some glue down to catch that curtain. It's got a little edge there, so I might make that sit on the bottom of the page. We'll have the fibres of the curtain just hanging out of the page a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, really like that. Get some fabric through the journal. Now, the plan is to just add that. I just want to do a little bit more inking on it because I can see white. Yep, that's good. And I might I'll use the glue stick, but I'm also going to add a little bit of art glitter glue. Oh, I just tore it. Oh my goodness. Like that's salvageable. She says as her fingers are now stuck to it. Let's try and not tear the other side. Oh, goodness me. Oh, guys. Oh, goodness. It doesn't need to be this hard, you know. Let's get a bit of glue through here. I just want it to bead in behind that lace a little. Just a grip. So I'd rather have that little bit extra because it's going to be one of those spots that she'll potentially run her fingers over just to feel it. So I just want to make sure everything's, you know, down really well, considering that we've torn the flower. Let's add a little bit of glue into that region there. Make sure that that sticks well. Goodness me. How come some days you're just all thumbs? Other days you're just on fire. You can't do a thing wrong. Everything just works. Okay, let's get that pressed down so that art glitter glue seeps through into the net of that. Yeah, I like that. A little bit of fabric peeking through with a flower on the top. I wonder if we've got a saying that could go down there. Some of them are a bit heavy. I like that one. I think size-wise it's probably a bit big. Doing what you like is freedom. Liking what you do is happiness. It's probably a little bit deep, but I sort of like it. I should print these out again because, and I print them straight onto my, where's my inker? My dyed paper. Then at least I know they sort of blend. I'm going to just place that through there. Actually, probably should do a bit of art glitter glue because it is going over that lace. So I might just add a little extra glue. And that can sneak through there like so. Love it. Okay, just trying to get the lid on my glue. All right. Be proud of every step you take. Gee, that's nice. I might keep that one out and we'll find a spot for this one, I think. That looks crooked. That's better. Oh, those dogs. I hope they don't annoy you guys. You probably can only just hear them anyway. What about we put that on there? Something's upsetting Pepper. Naughty girl. Be proud of every step you take. There we go. I like that. All right. And a flip and a flop. So, might find something for here. Do we have any more of that lace? Maybe we do something at the top. Oops. Where is it? let's cut another piece. So yeah, this is just curtain. So it's fairly soft. Now they're having a rough up. There's Bandit. Excuse me guys, I just need to tap my window here. Gosh, they rough play, these puppies. Oh, goodness me. You guys are watching me craft and attempt to discipline the hounds. Just having a little peek through here to see if there's any pretty flowers that I could add. Don't think we want another butterfly. The blue ink, the blue glue behind that lace is probably throwing me off a little bit. That's pretty cute. I like that one. Yeah, we're going to use that one, guys. Just need to ink it a little bit. It's pretty good. Well, you'll be interested to know that I dealt with the text from the real estate agent and I said, no, Dad is firm on his price. He's not super desperate to sell. We won't be countersigning. It's up to the people wanting to buy the property to come back with a better offer. Whether that'll happen, I don't know. I don't think so. I think the agent's just, you know, doing the right thing and asking the question for the potential purchasers. They've got to do that. Or at least to, because this is the first indication that it might sell, the agent is sort of feeling us out a bit too, I think. They've sort of got to get their heads around where we're at so that when people come and make offers, they can straight away qualify them a little bit. So I think that's going on too. Just looking for something to sit in that region there. I thought maybe a stamp. Be a bit of fun. I like the look of this little brown stamp here. I think that'll be rather cute. I do have a decal cutting scissors, but they're not as good as they could be. Well, that's actually worked. Don't quote me, but because sometimes they just chew into it. They came in like a pack of 6 scissors or something from a cheap shop. Don't think it was Spotlight. And they all failed except the one that I actually wanted, thank goodness. But I'm sort of thinking it's probably close to being a failure as well, but it has held. I just got to take my time with it and not just, you know, chop, chop, chop. I'm going to put that there. I like that. I think when I pack this journal full of goodies, it'll be really important to give her, you know, a little bit of everything because she's not going to have access to these types of elements. So we're going to be very careful with what we, you know, you don't want to just give a young person a journal and then expect that they'll know what to do, let alone have resources for them to use in their journal. And you don't want to stress mum out too, that she's thinking, oh goodness, where am I going to get all these things from? Thank you, Corrine, for creating another job. You sort of want to make this project self-sufficient, if that makes sense. Now I might put a little bit of something up there because they can poke out the top of the journal. And I'm thinking we're going to put that little guy across the top. I will need to come back with the sewing machine and just add a little bit. Now, maybe we can find a stamp to sit, sort of to help tie it all in. Thinking this red one, but the blue one has come as well. Oop. Slow down, Corrine, you just about jiggered it. Thinking that red one, but let's do this little guy. Yeah, blue. It just sort of stands out a little bit, you can see. And I might put a bit of lace behind it just to add another layer. It'll give us some little snippety bits that can be used as well in the journal. So we'll go back through again and see what other opportunities there are. Oop, that's not going to glue. We need a little bit more wet glue in behind there, which is fine. And there's our little stamp, just to put a little detail up there. Okay, so we're going to need a journal card or an envelope or something to slide in there. I wonder. Remember we made these? They were just excess inserts for ephemera. I'm thinking we're going to put one of those in the back there to hold some goodies. So I'm just going to pop the journal out of the way and let's collage across here. I might put some general brown paper first. Actually, I know what I could use. Some of this sewing paper. I've got this paper that is used for pattern paper. Like when you're drafting patterns. And I like how it's all crinkly, and that's actually a bag. I wonder what that was stitched up for. So I might, to create a bit of texture, let's put some of this paper on first. Just rip that off of there. That'll create a bit of a crunchy, yummy feel to the cover. Okay. Now we are getting up to the hour, so what I will do is we will glue this into position. Then I'll have to let it dry, which is a good thing. And I'll come back in the next video and we can decorate the front of this, and it's going to be a little ephemera folio for her to store some bits and bobs in. Well, we're going to stuff it full of bits and bobs anyway. So let's just get this glued on as our backing paper. Get that to dry. That's good. Bit of a base. Where's my smoother out tool? I'll get that under my craft mat here and just get it nice and flat. So these are handy just to have. The paper suits, it's got those tones. It's a quick little grab to make a quick little ephemera holder within a journal. And like, you could glue this down so that it opens with a ribbon to tie it closed. You can stuff it in an envelope. You can do all sorts of things. In this case, it's going to be in the back of our little journal. So in here, this will be folded up and slide into there. So I'm just not going to fold it at the moment because I really want that spine to dry. Otherwise it just goes all buckly. And then when we come back in the next video, we can decorate it. So I will, look at my desk is a mess. Look, I tell you, it got rough this session, didn't it? Anyway, I shall be back in the next video and we will work on this little guy. Okay, bye for now.